Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Self Unboxing. If you want to know what exciting stuff I'll be unboxing next, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Capcom has been in the fighting game market for over 3 decades. Back when they released the very first Street Fighter, gamers around the world were intrigued by how they defined and redefined the fighting game genre. But it's not until the release of Street Fighter 2 and the numerous iterations that truly make the fighting game shine. It sparked the birth of famous brands like King of Fighters series, Tekken series, Virtua Fighter series, Soul Calibur series, Guilty Gear series, Mortal Kombat series, Killer Instinct series, the list goes on and on. The button layout had also evolved from just punch and kick buttons to 4 buttons and later 6 buttons, and countless combinations of the buttons for more complex moves. But even Capcom themselves don't lack any great fighting games. One of their more popular ones is the Darkstalkers series. First introduced in 1994, it had gathered fighting gamers and monster lovers alike around the world for its quirky design yet deep fighting mechanics. Although we don't see any further updates to the Darkstalkers series like Street Fighter getting the best treatment, they are still one of the fans' beloved series nonetheless. That's why Capcom has decided to be nostalgic and give us a whole package of not 1, not 2, but 10 fighting games in one go. Introducing Capcom Fighting Collection, the latest fighting game collection to bring back our memories. We'll quickly remove the shrink wrap before we discuss further. Since all 10 games are those were the days fighting games, they can fit neatly on one single disc for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox version. Or if you choose the Nintendo Switch one, it will be on one cartridge. Here's a list of games that are included in this collection. Just take a look in here. So they have Darkstalkers, The Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior, The Lord of Vampire, Vampire Hunter 2, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior 2, The Lord of Vampire. These are all from the Darkstalkers series. And then we have the usual contenders, Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Jam Fighter Mini Mix. And more interesting titles in the mix is Red Earth, which is the first time being released outside arcades, and Cyberbots, Full Metal Madness. But it's not just a simple part of all the classic games. They feature online multiplayers, enhanced features, quality of life updates, as well as in-game museums with artworks and music tracks. Sure, they may not sound completely essential and necessary, but at least you don't have to swap in and out of your old discs or cartridges anymore. You might be wondering, didn't Capcom give us the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection a few years back? Or even the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle with all the side-scroller games? Since we're still very much into the whole nostalgia and there's always something for everyone, Capcom has given us this collection. North American version is just like this. One single disc or cartridge. And then separate DLC sheet, which is actually, you can see, is for the bonus music and the artwork. And this is for the promotion of the new Capcom Arcade Stadium 2nd. So they do have a code on the back, so I'll just leave it there. But the Japanese version is a totally different story. You can still choose the single disc version, or you can choose the bundle with the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition collection packaged in with an extra newly drawn illustration box by Capcom illustrator Hinanana. If you dig even deeper, different Japanese stores have different pre-order bonuses. Feeling envy or jealous? Sadly, with the pandemic still around the world and the logistic not fully resumed, even if you've ordered any of the Japanese version, it will take some time for it to arrive. So we may as well play with the local version instead. That's it for this episode of Self Unboxing. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Time for me to Hadouken and Shoryuken some challenges away. See you.